Yes, now we're live. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself. And today we have a special guest. We have rejoined forces. Linda G and I are back together, and we're going to have it's going to be an interesting tonight show. It's going to be an interesting show tonight, folks. We're going to be looking a bit at astrology. We're going to be looking at certain questions. We're also going to be pulling tarot as well. And Linda, the last time we were together when we collaborated, I look back at one of my old thumbnails, and I think it was August 2023.
That long ago?
Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. So I've missed having you on, but you know, like, exactly. Oh, thank you. We have a laugh. The show is going to go lightning quick.
Was
guys,
it with Andre, you and me, or was it a different show?
Oh, that's a good point. Wait a minute. There was my last collab was me, you, and Andre.
Yes.
I think the one before that would have been August, like when it was you and I. No, I remember. It was actually you, Andre, and I, and it was in August. Yeah, 2023.
Okay. So hi, Lisa. Yeah.
It's been a while.
You got a better remembrance than I do.
It's only because I saw the thumbnail, and in the thumbnail I'd actually put the date in there. So I was like, oh my God, that's how long ago it was.
Well, I keep forgetting that I already had lunch, and then I keep eating more lunches. You know, it's just something that happens.
We've all been there. So folks, so it's gonna be a show with a slight difference. So Linda and I had a little chat, and she got into touch, and one of the things, so we're going to be dealing with a broad main question, then we'll do some political, the usual bits and bobs. The usual. And so Linda, one of the things you wanted to talk about today, which I feel is a very important subject, is kind of like health and fatigue and stuff like that.
Everybody's so would you writing me, I feel horrible.
Yeah. So what have your experiences been? And
just
what have
people overwhelming. Like I don't even like. There's a funny little joke that I put out. Everybody loves it. I showed it to Revealing Light. She enjoyed it. It's like a woman laying on a couch, and it says, "If I am so lazy, if I hadn't dropped the channel changer, I wouldn't be watching this stupid program." So, you're so tired, you can't even be bothered to pick up the channel changer.
Wow.
Even breathing it's not that I was having like chest stuff, but it was just felt like I wasn't getting in good air.
Wow. And how long has this been happening for you?
It happened probably for about a month, and I was sleeping a lot. I'd sleep, be up and tired again and back in bed.
Wow.
But everybody's telling. I wrote on my YouTube, is anybody else having? People were writing me left and right. And I heard from our dear friend Debbie at Freebird. And she said, Linda, oh my God, I have been going through the same thing. Well, I said, listen, I'm doing a show today with Hogarth. Maybe he can enlighten us.
Indeed. So first of all, of course, Linda, you are not alone. I touched on it on no problem. I touched it on a show. I think it was it may have been a couple of Thursdays ago, because I do my little Thursday fry up, and I said who's feeling tired and fatigued? I've had some health things, but I think for different reasons, but I'll explain. And again, the comments were flooded. Lots of people just been dealing with fatigue, general malaise, etc. All of this kind of stuff. Always Whimsy here as well. Oh, you know what? Like Whimsy, because Whimsy's in the chat. Now, Whimsy's been doing a lot on the royal stuff. Yeah,
I got to watch yours because I'm dying to know why Prince William canceled going to his godfather's funeral.
Right. So Whimsy's had an angle. Brilliant research, Whimsy, by the way, because I love a bit of Whimsy and loving all the herbs and the spices in the background. I love the old school Whimsy. Anyway, so she's been talking a lot about issues around alcohol and addiction and stuff like that. I did. I think it was a day or so ago. I mean, it's proved quite a popular video. But I'll put it probably at the end papers of this video after people watch it. But I looked at Princess Catherine's chart,
Yes.
and William and stuff, and you can see it all in there. You can see it all in there. Particularly, there's this thing where William and Kate both have what is a Gandanta Neptune. Too long to explain, but Gandanta is a term we use in Vedic astrology for when a planet is drowning. It has this drowning, like a whirlpool quality. And Neptune is a wonderful planet. He deals with like film, photography. I call him Planet Hollywood. He really is. But he also deals with gaslighting, illusions, delusions, but deals a lot with drugs and alcohol.
I heard a rumor that he drinks.
Well, when I looked at the astrology, it's looking like there's something in it. With William, it's happening in his first house, which is the body. In Kate, it's happening in her 6th house, which is even more important because that's the stomach. And astrologically, she's got 2 holes in her stomach.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That explains the surgery then.
Yeah, explains a lot. So for anyone who's not seen it, I've done a Catherine video. So Whimsy, yep. You're onto something there. She is. So yeah, interesting times. So yeah.
May
So
I
what
say something real quick?
Sure.
Supreme Court has said they're willing to hear Trump's immunity case April 22nd. What a load of crap.
Right. Do you know, that is a very interesting date.
Oh, really?
It's a very interesting date, and we can look at it in the astrology. It's very significant. But you would have seen, obviously, we watch each other's channels and stuff like that. And people were asking me, how would the Supreme Court behave? Are they just going to throw it out? And I said, guys, the Supreme Court are like this.
I felt that. Not the smart ones, the dumb ones.
Yeah. And because they're in a way, they're kind of like between a rock and a hard place, because obviously they're playing the game. They have to play the delay game. Yeah, they have to play the delay game. You know, Trump has got tons of stuff on there, and I'm sure Putinska has as well.
Oh, he was announcing stuff on Kavanaugh when he got mad when they kept pushing away and saying they wouldn't hear his case. He said that Kavanaugh has a lot of nerve, and he said a lot of stuff out loud.
Right. Absolutely. And the reason why April 22nd is so important is because that is the day when Jupiter and Uranus become exactly conjunct. Jupiter deals with the law. Believe it or not, yes, Jupiter deals with the law, with the economy, positiveness in the optimism, expansion, good luck, good fortune. But sometimes Jupiter can expand problems. Uranus is sudden shocks and surprises, twists of fate and weird things. And isn't it interesting that the Supreme Court are going to be announcing or taking up the case on that day?
And then when they hear it, they could even take a little while longer to announce their verdict. Damn it.
Look, we all know what is. We've seen this for all of us, you know, us readers who've all been paying attention. We know what this is. There is a huge movement on the conservative side, particularly for entertainment purposes only, that have this vested interest in Duck L'Orange, obviously getting over the finish line.
Who has a vested interest in Duck L'Orange?
Of course. So you see, it's all starting to come together, but I just find that very interesting. April 22nd is when that conjunction happens. So, but one of the things, we wanted to talk about fatigue and stuff like that. So what are your questions, Linda? What do you have for me? What do you want to know about health?
May I say something really quick? I just want to tell everybody. I don't care if there's no actual hearing and conviction of Trump. He will not win as president of the United States, period.
Mm-hmm.
He will not win. And, you know, it's from my guides, because, you know, we could all go there. But if you even look at the numbers from Michigan, he's not going to win, you guys. He just doesn't have the votes.
Yeah.
So he's still going to go under the. He's still going to be in trouble.
It's going to be very interesting because we've got this thing called dasha sequences. So it's when a planet takes a certain kind of energy. This is unique to Vedic astrology. So as you know, as Andrea said, he has had a lot of protection from Jupiter for years.
He said he lived. Yes. His Pluto was up in his Uranus.
But it's
is
true.
That the word for it?
I say Uranus, yeah, but it's true. He has had protection from Jupiter for a long time, but he's now in this time period where it's like he's in the back seat of Jupiter's car. Yeah. But at the moment, the south node of the moon, K2, is driving the car. Yeah. And K2 I call snip, snip. Years ago, I said about 3 years ago, I said, look, guys, I know you guys are seeing that Trump is going to get locked up, blah, blah, blah. I said, the wheels won't start coming off for him until October 2023. That's when it started. So now you're seeing, I said, K2 will take a chainsaw to his finances, and we are seeing that. One of the things that could happen with Duck Larange is that he could simply run out of money.
Well, the judge, he just put in, it's been all over the news. They said that he asked, please, I don't want to pay the $424 million. I'll give you $100,000 bond or something. And the judge, I was like a big, long thing. And the judge came back, not very long, just a little while ago, said, nope, still got to pay it.
Yeah, he has to. You know, he has to be held accountable.
That's when you said he may run out of money.
Yeah, yeah. And I still see in his chart, he basically, look, he's got three options. Yeah. When he goes into Jupiter Venus, which happens in September, by the way, September this year, means Venus starts driving the car, but his Venus sits in his 12th house with Saturn. Now, Saturn is the planet of karma, rules, regulations, punishment. It's also there with Pluto, transformation, sudden shocks and surprises, the underbelly. His Venus is right in there. The 12th house, the positive side of the 12th house is spirituality and all this stuff, which we know Duck Larange is not really into at all. But guess what? The 12th house can mean hospitals, prisons, or exile. I refer to the 12th house as the land of far, far away. It could reach a point in September when he goes into his Jupiter-Venus dasher. Duck Larange is going to have to make a choice because those fines are really starting to bite. Remember, the RNC and that lot, they don't have that much money. The last we checked, they've only got like 8 million or something, which was dwarfed by Duck Larange's debts. So I still believe he will either make a run for it, there'll be a health incident, or he will fake a health incident in order to avoid whatnot. So we'll have to see, but it might come right up to the wire,
Very interesting.
Very interesting. So what did you want to ask then about health, Linda, and stuff like
health,
that?
I just wanted to know, astrologically or verticology, is there something in the realm that's showing that people are going to be really exhausted?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the elements is astrological, another is more likely to be physical. But let's talk about the astrology first, because this puts everything into context. So I'm just going to share my screen.
Okay.
Let's just see here. Let's do share screen, and I've got to get. I think I've got my software up. I certainly hope I have. Let's do this 1 minute. We'll do share. So many people in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's wonderful that you're here. And at the moment, we have 1,644 in the house. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks for coming, you guys. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Swami.
Oh, is Kevin here as well? Hey.
Kevin Lemon's here. Celtics here.
Oh, perfect. Oh, thank you guys for joining us live.
We got the crowd in with us today.
Really, really appreciate it. It's so kind. So, Linda, can you see the screen?
Yes, I sure can. I also see me again. There's two of me. It's a little disconnected.
Now that's good. That's good because we want to be. I just want to make the screen just a little bit bigger, and I want to go a little bit wider this way here. So there's certain things I need to share with you guys. Now, Linda, you've heard a lot of the psychics and a lot of us astrologers talking about the Great Awakening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear that in mind and remind me about that because I think I can see it astrologically. But let's talk about the astrology first. Oh, look, I've just realized. Sorry, this is one of my clients' charts here. Look, I'm going to do new birth chart. Oh, don't worry, it's all good. I'm going to put here today, so we can see where the planets are today.
Today's the 28th of February.
Exactly. And let's go USA and let's go New York. Let's do New York.
Okay.
There we are. Just full.
I hope everybody's okay from all those storms. Poor Mel had to run to his basement.
What? What storms? Have there been storms in New York?
Tornadoes. I think 11 total touchdowns of tornadoes.
What in New York? That's normally
Illinois.
Wow.
Illinois, Indiana.
Oh, that's all. Well, all the climate change stuff and everything like that.
I haven't heard of any deaths. I just heard of power outages.
Oh well, that's good that there's no deaths and stuff. So this is the chart of today. Yeah, right now, as you can see, 28th of February 2024, and this is at 10:16 p.m. UK time. At the moment, the sign rising on the eastern horizon is currently in sidereal Libra. So that means
you just gave $99.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the donations, everyone. So any child born in the USA now, around the world, but definitely in the USA, will be a Libra ascendant, and they will have the moon in the first house. So at the moment, the moon is in Libra. Now, Libra is a really interesting sign because it deals with legalities, lawyers, trades, goods, services, partnerships as well. Now, the important thing to understand is here. If we look here, we have K2, the south node of the moon, is in sidereal Virgo. Now, what you got to remember, like people like Andre and stuff, of course, they do Western astrology.
Yeah.
Western astrology is 24 degrees ahead of the true placements of the stars because the stars are actually moving backwards. Yeah. 1 degree every 72 years. So they still are with the old placements, which was around about the fall of Rome, 420 AD, 446, if you count when the last emperor of Rome was killed. Yeah. But of course, the stars have moved backwards a lot. So for them, because the nodes always move backwards, but they're 24 degrees ahead, that means the nodes are always backwards in their chart. I know it sounds confusing, but anyway, the point is this: Rahu, the north node of the moon, and Ketu, the south node of the moon, set fate and destiny for everyone and everything that has consciousness on planet Earth. They really do. They also cause the eclipses. The eclipses, as you've probably heard me say, they're like escalators. They bring things in and they take things out. They bring all the big changes. Rahu, as you can see, is currently at 21 degrees, 47 minutes of sidereal Pisces. Now, Pisces is very creative. Yeah, creative, very spiritual. I call Pisces empath's corner. Yeah, but you'll see this Rahu is transiting with Chiron. So all the planets here are going clockwise, the nodes of the moon going anti-clockwise. That means Rahu and Chiron are going to cross over. Chiron is the wounded healer. Remember that, the wounded healer. That means there's a big theme, things to do with health and healing this year. It's also here with Neptune. Neptune also deals with spirituality. We're going to see amazing breakthroughs in film, photography, etc., all of this kind of stuff. But Neptune also deals with liquids, gases, and pharmaceuticals, just so you know. Over here is K2, and you see K2 is in Virgo, sidereal Virgo. Now, this is very important because Virgo deals with health and healing and overcoming obstacles. Now, the nodes of the moon changed signs. Do you remember? Because they were in Aries and Libra. Do you remember all the drama with the courts and
Yes.
Roe versus Wade, all of that kind of stuff? Well, there's a section in that was 18 months of eclipses. There's a section in Aries which is called Bharani Nakshatra. Bharani Nakshatra deals with the female reproductive system. So when we first started that eclipse season 18 or so months ago, guess what? We had an eclipse on, I think it was the 30th of April, 2022 or something like that. I can't remember. And 3 days later, that's when the Supreme Court announced they were getting rid of Roe versus Wade. Right. So we see it all goes backwards here. So what does this mean? It means on the 29th of November, 2023, the nodes of the moon change signs to where they are now. Sidereal Pisces, sidereal Virgo. That is a big reason why everyone is starting to feel big stuff with health.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Because what is the nodes of the moon stay in one sign for 18 months. So this energy is really starting to pick up strength now. It's getting stronger and stronger. We would have been feeling it last year, but once they changed, that's when a lot of people have been feeling it even more. Around Thanksgiving.
Okay.
That energy was getting stronger. And then on the 29th.
And, you know, I have Libra rising. No, my sun is in Libra, but I have Libra ascendant and even in Vedic and Libra moon.
Yeah. So for you, Linda, the eclipses for the last 18 months have been happening in your first house, which is your body.
Yep.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how these energies work. Now they've moved out now. So look, you won't be in this position again for another nine years or so.
Yeah, because I need to break.
So you need to break.
Jesus.
Exactly. So basically, everyone across the world is having to deal with some kind of things in regards to health. Cancer ascendants like me, I'm Cancer rising. They all have Saturn. Now, remember, Saturn is the planet of duties, tasks, restrictions, you know, all of these different kind of things. Someone says, oh, wow, Hogarth, that makes sense. Thank you. For Cancer rising people, Saturn is going through their 8th house. Now, do you remember I called the 8th house the house of sex, death, and rock and roll? Yeah. So if we count from here, now, obviously, I'm still alive. Yeah. And most Cancerians are still alive. But if we count from Cancer to Saturn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll see here, Saturn by transit is going direct in sidereal Aquarius.
Whoa.
Yeah. In Western astrology, of course, they have him up in Pisces, but of course, Vedic follows that, the precession. So what we're seeing here now for all Cancer ascendants, that means Saturn is going through their 8th house, which deals with health. Yeah. I've had to cut back a lot on my consultations. Those who've booked with me know I've had to move things around and stuff like that because I've been overworking.
Oh, yes. Thank you, little guy, and to Leslie C.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'd been overworking, not getting enough exercise. So I knew Saturn was going to bring me something when the transit came. So he slapped me on the wrist and he's like, you need to rest. You need to chill. You know, even Saturn was like, you've done enough. You need to chill. Obviously, I carried on because I wanted to keep helping people. But now I have no choice because I have to look at certain things with like my blood sugar and stuff like that. It will get fixed, but you know, there's always a price. So what we're seeing here is, you know, like when we're talking about AI and artificial intelligence and all of that stuff, a lot of that is to do with the transit of Saturn, because Saturn moved into sidereal Aquarius on the 17th of January, 2023. And I said to people, we're going to see stuff to do with tech, AI, things to do with the sky and outer space. What happened about 3 days later? Do you remember the Chinese space balloon?
Yeah.
Remember that? Chinese space balloon? Then all of those airline pilots admitted about seeing all the UFOs and all of that kind of stuff. Mexico did, the Mexican government literally did an investigation into these artifacts that were found, and they were asking whether or not they were aliens. They x-rayed them and they found out that they were. They've got 3 fingers. Did you know about this? Did you not know about this?
No.
Oh, you should check it out. Mexico, literally, the government of Mexico last year had an open global debate about aliens.
There and were they like these bodies, right?
Yeah, they found these bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, they looked like sculptures. When you saw them, they looked like sculptures. But when they x-rayed them, you could see bones. And they basically said, yeah, they're ETs. All of the pilots, I mean, it's all been gone under the carpet now because obviously Duck L'Orange, you know, Trump is such a weapon of mass distraction, as I refer to him. But do you know what I mean? So I wanted to show you guys about that. So globally, we're all going to be discussing things to do with health, fitness, medications, diet, exercise. There will be breakthroughs in health, but there will also be some scandals and some revelations as well. Yeah. So what I've done is so let me just click off that. I'll do the stop share. Oh, wait, I've got to show you one more thing, actually. I've just remembered. But in my video, guys, so after this finished playing, you're going to have my Princess Catherine video. I recommend giving that a watch. I've also done the archetypes as well, the psychological archetypes for Trump, Putin, and I've recently done Elon Musk. Oh, my God, jaw droppers.
Oh, I can't wait.
But oh yeah, you should have a look. They're up on my playlist now. But basically, I've put some links below this video, guys. So if you want to find out more, when you click on the video, click on the 3 dots or where it says more, and that will show you the video description. There, I've got some videos where basically they're talking about things, particularly as well with the COVID rollout, etc., stuff like that. There was recently an international paper published, global research paper, which went into all of it. And they really went there. But that paper was recently retracted. It's still there. It's still published on Sirius, I think it's called. Is it Sirius? I can't remember. What did I call it? I've got the link there. But guys, read it. Yeah? And watch the videos. Okay, so let's just show you one more thing, and then let's get into a bit of like contemporary events. Now, what I want to show you is what I believe to be the Great Awakening. Yeah. So let's go animated transits. Now, I want you guys to look down here. At the moment, this is where things are right now, but this is a very important date. So this is the 29th of March. 29th of March, 2025. And I want you to look at this. Now, you're going to see a giant stellium appear. Stelliums are when you have 3 or more planets in one house, and they mean emphasis. The more planets, the more emphasis. Here we go. Look at this. Can you see this, Linda?
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah.
On the 29th of March, 2025, around about 17 minutes past 10 p.m. UK time, which is around about 20 past 5 p.m. Eastern time, Saturn, Rahu, Venus retrograde, Neptune, Mercury retrograde, Sun, Moon, and Chiron will all be in sidereal Pisces at the same time.
So what
Let me tell you, this is epic. This is absolutely epic. I think this is the Great Awakening. I think this is the time when humanity, where the penny really starts to drop for people, where people really start waking up en masse to so many of the things that have been going on in the world, which I can't even detail, actually, to be honest, on my channel, because, you know, there's so much censorship now. Look, us YouTubers, we know about this. You know, you guys that watch us know about this. We still have to be very careful what we say, because they just come and just chop you. So this is epic. Why? Saturn deals with what? Government, infrastructure, rules, regulations, hierarchies of all kinds. Rahu deals with the innovation and the new, but also deals with liars and cheats. Venus deals with relationships and peace and all of that stuff, but she's retrograde, yeah, but exalted. Neptune, of course, can deal with gaslighting and secrets, but also deals with spirituality. Mercury deals with what? The media, communications of all kinds, retrograde. We all know how tricky that can be. The sun deals with leaders and government. The moon deals with the public, and Chiron deals with healing. So there's going to be mass awakening. I really do believe that we're going to be doing things with the oceans, maybe even communicating with ocean animals. I think many more people are going to start going for holistic medicines.
Wow.
Really believe that. Holistic medicines, crystals, sound therapy, art therapy, because Pisces deals with all of those things. The waters, salt waters, psychic phenomena. People's psychic dreams are going to go through the roof. People are going to be able to talk to animals. There's probably even going to be apps where you can, I know they've got one for babies where you can decode baby talk. I think soon, Linda, there's going to be apps, and your fur babies are probably going to be up there asking for their food and stuff.
They already are asking, but they do it with their eyes, and they give me a look of biatch. Where's my food?
Indeed, because we know already when we're close to our pets, we already have telepathy with many of our pets. But this is going to happen mainstream, big time. So I think this is when a lot of humanity is going to wake up about a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of spirituality, but a lot of people will also block it as well. Look, you can't help everyone, but this for me is the great awakening. So
and there was a good size volcano went off in Mexico today.
Really?
Volcano. Yeah, it's starting to spew.
Uranus does that as well. Uranus deals a lot with volcanoes, earthquakes, political earthquakes, all of that kind of stuff. So what do you think of what I've just shared with you there, Linda? What are your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, it makes total sense. I can't wait when we're done to watch your other shows.
You will love the archetypes, Linda. You like, people's jaws have been on the floor. Trump's archetypes, oh my God, and Putin's was just
I can't wait.
And the Catherine one as well. All right, so let's do some questions, Linda. Let's do some questions. All right. Well, we've got one that's come in. I think let's look at the Supreme Court. Yeah,
I know everybody's asking about it.
Yeah, let's look at the Supreme Court, and I've got some questions here, which was asking about Fox. Do you remember, in their ongoing lawsuit? I think that's worth a revisit.
It's not Dominion that won; it's the other one.
Smartmatic, I think, isn't it? So I think we should take a look at that.
Yes, you got a good memory.
Oh, well, I do my best. So in a way, this is a blended one. So this one's coming from Nicola for today. So she says, "Hi guys." And she said, "Great video from Pam Gregory." I don't know if you know who Pam Gregory is, but she is a Western astrologer. She's excellent.
Yeah, she's very good.
Very good. Love Pam. She's very good at describing the big arcs of human consciousness and stuff like that. So I've got a lot of time for Pam. I always watch her. So Nicola was saying, Pam was explaining how the Jupiter conjunct Uranus in April, which we've already mentioned, could elevate humanity with huge changes. Do you see any positive changes coming from this, from the cards, where the Vedic astrology echoes this? Thanks a lot. Look forward to the show. But just like what we said, you said the Supreme Court take the Trump question on the 22nd, when Jupiter and Uranus are exactly conjunct. So really, this could show both energies. Let's have a look.
I see what
What
you're
do you
saying.
think we should ask, Linda, about the Supreme Court? What do you think we should ask?
Let's ask what the outcome is of their hearing this particular case.
All right. Oh, look at that. Well, the world card just fall out.
But, you know, we could have, my friend just wrote me, and he has a friend that's kind of into all this stuff. He said, actually, this is good news. Because, thank you, Nicole. I don't know how to turn on gifts. Do you know how to turn on gifts? My daughter wants to do membership gifts.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
I'm not sure about that.
Nicole, I'm doing a live at 2:30. I think I'll do it from there.
I'll just click up on here. So thank you, Whimsy. Thanks so much for your donation. Much appreciated. And I do give you a watch, definitely. Love the herbs in the background. Love all that. Thank you, Lupe. Oh my gosh, what was that? Was that 19? Oh my gosh, Lupe. Bless you. Oops. Oh, Linda's vanished. Where's she gone? Hopefully she'll be back. Leslie, thank you so much for your donation. Little Guy Noir, thank you so much. And N Prez, thank you so much. Oh, let's see. So Linda's vanished, so hopefully she'll be back. Maybe she kind of clicked on something and it went a bit weird. I don't know what happened there. Let's go to main. Hopefully she'll be back. Maybe her internet cut out. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll just carry on because, as they say, the show must go on, folks. I'm sure Linda will rejoin me soon. She'll just click on the link and stuff like that and get herself back in. Once she's back in, I will just let her back in unless she's had internet cut out. So if we look here, the Supreme Court, yeah, 2000 in the, there she is. Un momento, per favore.
I'm so
nice
sorry.
To see you back.
I'm looking for that gifting. I accidentally cut myself.
I figured. I said she'll be soon back, folks.
I'm back. So anyway,
Supreme Court.
So the Supreme Court, he said that it potentially means a summer trial for Trump. And let me tell you, Jack Smith will get this through. Bada bing, bada boom.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
And thank you so much to everyone joining us. There's over 2,000 of you with us live now. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Mwah! Big love. All right, Supreme Court.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole. She gave you a little cash too.
Aww.
Okay, here we go. Okay, you first, my friend.
All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I got going on here. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so when I was shuffling, the world card fell out. Yeah. So either way, look, the whole world, I mean, needless to say, the whole world is going to be looking at this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also cycles. So, of course, the world card can mean endings and beginnings, beginnings and endings, and we'll have to see how it goes. So basically, this is showing this is high stakes because their decision will decide whether or not Trump's campaign, Duck L'Orange, will be able to go forward as a viable candidate, really, isn't it? If we think about it. If they say, no, you're liable for everything, that's probably going to torpedo his campaign. But imagine if they go with him. Do you see? So you see the world.
Oh my God, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Because now that they said, no, dude, pay the money. Well, they'll liquidate a bunch of stuff.
Right, exactly. So for Duck L'Orange, this is high stakes. I mean, look, we've got the world card here. This could be the beginning of a new world for him or the ending. But let's not forget, the important thing to understand, though, is that it's like what you said, that Uranus-Jupiter is conjunct exactly on that day. And that can mean shocks, surprises, weird stuff. But for who? For who? Yeah. If we look here, Here's Duck Larange, yeah? All he is concerned about is money. But I think this is a few of the justices as well. King of Pentacles. We know one or two. I mean, they're not all bad, but we know we're talking about some of the douchebags
Oh,
here
yeah,
taking
we
the
know
back
what we're
handles.
talking
We
about.
know
Thank
who
you.
we're talking about there.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And these will be shared with Linda, by the way. So it won't be all for me. Thank you. So if we look here, look, I think this is how the Supreme Court are feeling. This is also how Duck Larange is feeling. Look, we got here the 9 of Wands, which is the embattled character. He is getting beat from side to side, hasn't he? Like I said, K2
blames it on everybody else but him.
Absolutely. Slap, slap, slap. So K2 is really doing a number on him, and he's feeling battered and dizzy. He can barely stand up. But I think this is also showing the energy of the Supreme Court as well. They know that this is high stakes, because if they support Trump, they're basically declaring themselves partisan. And what's the point of them existing?
They're already down to a 20% approval rating.
Absolutely, because they're dreadful. If we look in the middle card, now, normally this is a positive card, but we're talking politics here. I think this is talking about the high level of emotion here, center around it all. This is a big, big issue. It's a big deal because obviously a lot of us are emotionally invested. Those that are pro Duck Larange obviously want the Supreme Court to act for their man. Thank you, Buddha.
Thank you, Buddha.
But for us, law-abiding people that want the law to roll out, it's also high stakes for us. But look, they are torn, Linda. Look, they're torn.
Why?
They don't know what, because they have loyalty to Duck Larange. Loyalty.
Not really. They shut him down to where he was talking trash about Kavanaugh. How dare he? He wouldn't even listen to the case. They threw it back when he kept throwing those cases about the election was rigged. And they said, no, we're not going to hear it.
Yes, there's truth in that. But you know what? What you got to understand is Duck Larange has got a lot of dirt on a lot of people. Imagine how much dirt Putin has got on people.
Yeah.
Because it's not just the threats on Duck Larange. Their stuff Putinska could unleash on these people in 10 minutes and their careers would be over. Something is making this decision difficult for them. For us, it's a no-brainer. For them, they're like, oh, yeah?
Yeah,
they're not
probably
sure.
the ones with the money, the higher-ups.
Absolutely, because we know they've been swanning with billionaires and all that stuff for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Here, though, we have the Ace of Wands, which, of course, means taking action. So either way, there's going to be a decision. Let me pull one clarifier to see if it's for Trump or against. Here we are. One card. Let's see. Oh, look at this. I get the Wheel of Fortune, Linda. What that says to me is it's going to be 50-50 up until the last minute.
Well, let me show you what I got.
What do you got?
So coming over troubled waters. By the time we get to the 22nd, he's already fighting some battles and hoping this immunity case takes care of it. So he's hoping to travel over smoother waters to the other destiny. And then here they are, because there's going to be some justices that are kind of like on the fence, if you can believe that. Because if they decide he has immunity, what's to stop Biden from saying, you don't get to be president?
Fair point.
And then here's their decision. It comes forward and it's cutting it, which means no. This is no. Nope. And it's going to blow him out of the water. It's going to shake him up. The tower's already been crumbling, but this is like, boom. He was hoping this would be his saving grace.
Right, I see.
And
because
somebody said that they wouldn't be able to do the case in the summer. I'm telling you, between Jack Smith and that judge, they will sort it out and move it forward. They will have their jury. They will make sure they go forward. I'm telling you. Jack Smith wants to bada bing, bada boom, and they won't allow Trump. Once he has no immunity, they won't allow him to stall anymore. And I see it being done and dusted before we have the voting.
Absolutely, because it's crucial. Because you've seen the cards that I got. Like I said, like the World card. This is crucial because if they rule that he has no immunity, that means he's then liable for all of the shtick that's coming his way. However,
And
for me,
go ahead.
I was
Well,
going to
I
say,
just wanted to tell you. Oh, sorry.
yeah. Sorry, I was going to say, but the astrologer in me, when I think of that Jupiter Uranus, I'm like, oh my goodness, it had to be on that bloody day, didn't it? So I'm saying there could be a shock. But anyway, you were saying, Linda?
Well, I could feel them bickering in the background. I kept thinking anytime now. Well, they did come out with a statement, but it was not the statement we wanted to hear. But I see bickering because you got Thomas and that Alioto, whatever his name is. You see them trying to say, no, he probably should. Somebody's bringing stuff up, and it's not for a good reason. And then I see, well, would you be happier if his attorneys come in and talk with us? But I see him, the attorneys for Trump, not coming over very well.
Yes, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. Are you ready for another question?
Yeah.
All right. So this one, actually, I forgot to say, this came in from Erin 1717. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe some historical date reference. But she was asking about, so two questions. Will there be subpoenas for sitting members of Congress? And then the Fox News thing and Smartmatic. So let's look at subpoenas for Congress, because they just need lining up and slapping.
Well,
at the
here's
very
the
least.
part. Jack Smith, I will tell you what I've been saying. Jack Smith is holding on to subpoenas for Congress. And the reason he's doing that is he wants to get Trump first. He didn't want to do like Fani did with all those people. He wants to hit Trump, get him for doing this thing that he did, and then right behind it, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. He's going to hit everybody else. That's my hit.
Wow. I had the star card just fall out there for me. And as you know, I read the cards slightly differently, and I interpret the star card as the card for Duck Larange in general, but also the shadow being narcissist. And it just fell out just now. Look at that. Okay, subpoenas, sitting members of Congress. Subpoenas, members of Congress. Oh, very interesting.
What? I love it.
All right, do you want me to read? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So here, this is very interesting. So what fell out was the star card, which normally means rejuvenation. The world's, universe has got your back. Very positive card, very associated with America. But when I read on politics, particularly the douchebaggery going on in the GOP, and international stuff, this can also be the narcissist, self-absorption, or Duck Larange. That's my interpretation, but very consistent. So here, when it comes to the subpoenas, what the courts are going to be looking at are their partnerships. Look, Two of Cups, their partnerships with each other and with Duck Larange. Yeah, that's what they're going to be. Do you see? Because this card fell out. It's about Duck Larange, and this is about what? Their wedding, their marriage, as it were, the bonds, the contracts, the intimate relationships that they've had with Duck Larange. So you can see the cards are listening. Okay. In the obstacle position, we have the Two of Wands, which is, of course, about making decisions, speculating, making plans. But look, if we look here in the 5-card spread, often the second card is the obstacle position. So you can see it as reversed. But look here. Twos are about making choices. But you notice this guy has got the globe here. This shows that international influence has been involved in the decision making of these Congress members. Do you see? They are looking out to the world, because this is the card of looking out to the world, waiting for the ship to come in, making big plans, but it's turned up in the obstacle position. So it's more of that sinister connotation. Yeah. So we're seeing It's not only their partnerships with Duck L'Orange, yeah, their partnerships, but it's also international partnerships. Oh, I wonder with which countries. Anyway, in the middle, they're going to try and manipulate the situation. This is what they've been doing, the magician. Yeah, this is about using every tool you have on the table. But this can also represent Jack Smith as well. They will be using all in their powers to try and evade him, but he will use every tool he's got in the book to bring them to heel. This will, once he's dealt with Duck L'Orange, of course. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. It will probably happen, be dragged out over a few years, particularly when you look at the next card. The next card here is the Hanged Man. So this, of course, means a change in perspective. Sometimes it can mean spiritual enlightenment. You can see the halo around his head. But of course, when we're talking with the douchebaggery on this level, we're not talking about that. This is showing that there is a pause, there is a delay. So I think Jack Smith, of course, wants to go for the big fish, Duck L'Orange. But once he's got those, once he's tackled them, those guys, you know, after a delay, then look, terrible for them. Ooh. Terrible. They get the 5 of Cups. So what I think will be the case is, if he gets Duck L'Orange, it is virtually nailed on that he'll get the others. How can it not be the case? Because they're his co-conspirators. Yeah, exactly. They're in bed with him. What do you have, Linda?
That's what I just said. I told you before you told me.
Oh, yeah.
I've read it on it so many times. I'm just repeating what I've seen. I saw him gathering the sheep up after they get rid of the headmaster.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Hell
so,
yeah.
Yeah, really interesting, isn't it? All right, then. So let's delve into a bit of foxtrot, Linda. Let's look at fox.
Yes.
Now,
what is that? Who's the one that's suing them now? What's the name?
It's Smartmatic. I think it was Smartmatic. So for anyone that's been living under a rock for the last 2 years, we know what happened. Yeah, they were all, Dominion had taken them to a court. It was all going to blow up the tower moment, and then they managed to pay their way to get out of it at the last minute.
And in fact, they just, Smartmatic just won a couple of losses. They were trying to delay it or throw it out, and it was said no, they can proceed.
Amazing. So
I think Leslie just gave us something. Hold on. This is just in. Capitol riots, Supreme Court agrees to review Trump. Oh, well, we just been talking about that. Sorry, I thought she had something else.
No
sorry.
problem.
Sorry, I thought she was adding something else. We've been talking about this since the show began. Okay, Smartmatic.
Yeah, so let's look at Smartmatic. So with Dominion, they basically could have financially ruined Fox News, but they managed to come to a settlement, money talks, you know, as they say. And they were suing, I think it was for close to $1 billion or something. Smartmatic, I think, is in the ballpark of $2 billion, but it has gone quiet lately, hasn't it, Linda? So let's have a look.
Something. They're trying to offer them something.
Yeah, of course they are. I'm sure the 9 of Pentacles will turn up somewhere.
I'm seeing that they know they're going to lose, so they're trying to offer them something. Yeah, that's the first time I got that hit.
Yeah, they must be offering them money. Let's see. Okay.
But remember the other place said, yeah, we'll take the money, but you got to get rid of. Did they say get rid of the bow tie guy, or did they decide on their own?
I can't remember. I mean, I know they got rid of Tucker, didn't they? And then they
But was that part of the game plan for the settlement?
I think I'm not sure if it was a condition, but I think they realized at that point he'd become a bit of a dead weight, because the thing is, Rupert Murdoch, whatever you say about him, he is an intelligent person. He is a survivor. That guy's 92. He knows where every dead body is, every string to pull. He's got, if you think Putin's got dirt, he's got dirt on the dirt. I mean, you can imagine with him. And he's very good at navigating these things. And I'm sure he'll be doing stuff behind the scenes with Smartmatic. Let's have a look.
Well, there will be a judgment against Smartmatic. There will be a judgment.
What against them, or do you mean against Fox? You mean against Fox?
Yeah, it'll be against Fox, and it is, but it's a lot of work. I don't know what they're throwing in the aisle here, but I see an agreement. They're going to win, and then I see Fox coming to an agreement. They're offering him something right now, but Smartmatic is laughing at him.
And someone said here, and he's older than the dirt. That's Craig Dixon.
Yeah. Oh no, but Biden is too old.
Well,
in the meantime, you got what's his name, Mitch McConnell. He's older than Trump, right? I mean, than Biden. And he said, "Yes, I'm going to let the young people," but he's not even leaving till January of 2027.
What?
Yeah, that's when his term ends.
Yeah.
So I encourage Biden to go up there and say, "Yes, I'll be president, but just till 2029." I'll be leaving in 2029, you guys, but thank you so much.
Well, and especially if the Supreme Court does the unthinkable, then my advice to Biden would be stay.
Then let your kids take it. Let Hunter Biden be the next president.
Right.
Or just hand it over to Kamala, because she'd be a great president. So
right, because it's like, if it's going to get on that level of silliness, where this is even a debate, it's not even a debate. They could have actually just went with the Washington court, which was watertight.
Can you believe how absolutely gentlemanly? Now that's a gentleman Obama was, when him and his wife allowed Trump to come into the White House. They had tea. They gave him gifts. After the way Trump talked trash about his family, said he wasn't even born. And people, it's just like Ted Cruz. He called his wife ugly, he called his father a communist, and they still kissed the ring.
Well, they're just all spineless. They're all spineless.
But Trump wouldn't allow, but he wouldn't, I think they locked the doors at the White House. They had somebody come in. They couldn't really get in because they had locked him out, and he just left. He wouldn't give him a send-off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, indeed. So the cards that I've got here in terms of Smartmatic versus Fox. So if we see here, so we've got the Page of Swords. Now, funny enough, this is sometimes associated with the spy and the camp, etc. and stuff like that. But let's not forget, pages are always about messages. Swords deal with media, communication, the mind. So, of course, here we are. This is, in many ways, Smartmatic. I think this is them with their sword, taking the sword to Foxtrot. Yeah. If we look here, legalities.
Ooh, that's what I got too.
Yeah, King of Swords is, as we know, always about legalities, etc. and stuff like that. So, of course, Smartmatic are winning out, and they're, the court cases are going to go ahead. Yeah, they're going to go ahead. Now, this is what I think Fox is negotiating. We've got another page here, but you see, it's the Page of Pentacles. Now, of course, Pentacles deal with values, deal with money and stuff like that. But you see, this isn't big money.
Right.
What I think Fox are doing, they're trying to negotiate the settlement down. They're trying to pay out as little as possible.
Yeah,
if it was
but
like
they're not going for it. Yeah,
exactly. If it was the 9 of Pentacles or the 10 of Pentacles, we're talking big money. Here, Fox is like, yeah, trying to bring that down. Here, though, there is an element of confusion, delusion, and confusion. Yeah, I think this is really actually Fox itself. They've reached this place where they're utterly kind of discombobulated. Yeah, where it no longer makes rational sense what they're talking. They're always talking out the both sides of their mouth. It's just bonkers. And this is also as well to do with a lot of the delusion that they've been putting out there as content as well. The big lie, knowing that it wasn't true. They've admitted they know it wasn't true, but they still put out. So it shows as an agency, as a so-called news, they're still putting out misinformation. But
sure
look,
are.
we get the Tower.
Oh, hell yeah.
So at some point, that looks like to me, I think Dominion will probably win the case. Will they get as much money as they want? I'm not sure, but it will still be quite a hefty amount. I think they're being sued for 2 billion, so maybe they get 900 million or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, still though, big money. But so to me, I'm thinking Foxtrot, yeah, not looking so good. Well,
I love it.
So,
I love it. Hey, Magster Tarot, our girl from, is this our girl from? There she is. Okay, I was just asking someone to put her page up. Hi, Kevin.
Kevin's in.
She's in Australia. Oh no, is she in Australia or New Zealand? No, she's in Australia.
Linda, can you believe it? The hour's gone.
I know. It goes by. It flies by. It flies by.
I mean, it's incredible. It's been an absolute pleasure. We have just over 2,400 people joining us live. That is incredible. Just want to thank you so much as well. Thank you everyone as well for their donations. I think a few more came in. I don't want to click on some in case I missed some. So Buddha, thank you so much. Mark Rhodes, thank you so much. June Oates. And what was the last one? Empress, and of course,
when I go to my live, I'm going to do a short live today.
Yeah, just clicking up. So thank you, everyone, and of course, Whimsy as well for joining us. That went in an absolute flash. I hope you found that interesting, guys. Of course, we should do this again, Linda. Maybe not so long next time.
As long as you host it, because you know how to put those charts and everything. I'm doing a collab with Revealing Light.
Oh, love! Oh, with Revealing Light. Oh, God, watch.
But I had to send her a link for a Monday.
Yeah.
I think 4:30 my time, and she'll be able to be on 11:30 the next day.
Yeah, because remember, it's like when I do my Hoggerly with Lena and that lot. She's in the future. She's like way ahead. Yeah. In time, so I look forward to that. I'll be watching that.
Yeah, I love her. Well, her and I kind of were at the same time. We started off.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Her channel's doing so well.
She's just magnificent.
Fabulous.
So are you, my friend.
Oh, a pleasure. So it's been fun.
Andre lost his mother. So
he
lost his mother. So I know we're supposed to be on again, but I'm not quite sure when. We need to do a threesome like we did before.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do.
Kinky, you guys.
We're being
on.
Because I still look at the Western. I still look at techniques.
Yes, and you guys did a real interesting show.
Yeah,
and you didn't bump into each other.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Thank you, because there is still the stuff that the Western stuff can see and stuff like that. So I still look at Western astrologers and stuff. But I find if you want to find out the real nitty gritty of what's unfolding right in front of your eyes, then Vedic is very good for that. But I still use Western techniques as well. Yeah. And obviously Andre's got a lot of experience.
So you guys, those of you asking me, somebody asked about the fires in Texas. I'll take a look at that at my 3:30 show on what is this, StreamYard?
StreamYard,
yeah.
Brilliant. And for anyone that's not seen it as well, check out my Princess Catherine video. A lot of people have given me amazing feedback about that. And look at the archetypes, Trump and Putin. Oh my God. Yeah. So I will leave it there.
I can't wait.
Oh, have a look. You'll really enjoy it.
I got to feed the dogs and the kids, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna sit down and watch the shows.
You're gonna find it, really interesting. So thank you everyone so much for joining us. We will collab again soon, probably me and Linda, and then me, Linda, and Andre, especially when we get close to those eclipses. Remember, 8th of April is when that next eclipse.
We're gonna have some stuff hitting the fans, and also I'd love to hook up with Lena again too.
Yeah, absolutely.
She did a magnificent job. So everybody's cool, and my gal from the other one from Australia. Hey, Jeffrey. I haven't seen Jeffrey in a while. Magster. I can't. How do you pronounce it? Anyway, let's Megster Tarot.
Megster Tarot.
She has a little YouTube show, and I need to do a menage a trois.
Yes, and also as well, I've got a member as well. Let people know I'll be doing a little collab March 6th with Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. I know you've done a collab with her.
She's wonderful.
She's lovely, and I've got one coming up with Jen Bushman as well on March 13th.
She's
So
really nice.
you know what it's like, folks. We're keeping it fresh here for you guys.
Everybody's fantastic. I mean, there's a couple that have very small that maybe we don't go the same energy, but everybody is doing the right thing by working for the higher realm.
Yes, for the light, bringing it all in. But yes, so we will leave it there for now, folks.
All right, sweetheart. You take care, and we'll be on. And I'll talk to Andre, like I said, he's going through the death.
Yeah, when he's feeling better, bless him, and we'll do a collab. Lift his spirits.
Okay, sweetheart. Take care, you guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.